welcome back to our channel. So excited about getting underway with these little creations for our crazy bunch. There is good reason for my excitement, as what we're going to be making is going to hopefully prove to be a useful tool and very interactive for our children to get involved with actually helping mummy and daddy and making us just feel that little bit calmer because we haven't got all of these jobs to do. It will also make the children feel that little bit more grown up because they're getting on with the jobs that perhaps they see mummy and daddy doing. #parent goals. This idea is loosely based around some of the sort of schedules that we have in place in a school that I work in. Not identical to it, but kind of just taking a couple of little bits from what I've seen at school, and hopefully they will be able to apply to our home life and make everything that much smoother. And that's what we've got coming up on KittyKate and Livvy-Bel. Okay guys, so what we're going to do to start off with is show you a nice little list of chores that would be appropriate based on age groups. This is based around, just kind of what I've seen around online in terms of what other people have produced, and also combined with my own knowledge of what my children and their age groups are capable of. Obviously each child is individual, and it could very well be that you've got some children that are way more capable of doing other tasks than others, or it could be that perhaps, the reverse. We have broken these jobs up to be able to demonstrate to them very clearly on display, probably in our kitchen area where we have some cupboards that we would usually put that sort of thing, so that they can see exactly what we are expecting from them, so they fully understand what they should be able to do at this particular age, and as they get older, what they will be expected to do as time goes on. We will have this displayed next to their charts or above their charts so that they can see that at all times, and then each of them will have their own individual chart so that they know that week what they're expected to get done. And then once they've completed each task, they'll be able to move it from an outstanding list to a completed list in the form of brightly coloured charts for them to use with Velcro strips so that they can interact with the charts and proactively move each task over once they've carried it out. This enables them to feel like they're getting somewhere with what we've asked them to do, and physically be able to see, how much they have done in terms of our expectations for that week. Works the same with adults. You've got lots of things to do, you make a to-do list. So this essentially is the children's to-do list. It will be labelled up with their name. A column on it will say to do, and another column will say done. Nice and simple. Okay, quick fire question round for any parents watching. Do you guys have trouble getting your kids to also willingly help with chores like we do? Let us know if you take a little look and click on the poll, which should hopefully be around about here on the screen. Let us know yes or no. The children, obviously will enjoy being able to move these tasks over, feel like they're getting somewhere. When they're done, there'll be a little sense of achievement that they should hopefully get, and will most likely, knowing my children, be very proud of themselves for having completed something, and more than likely let us know as soon as they're all done. And if they're done, I'm sure we can find more for them to do. This is a good way to, kind of encourage them, like a little reward system as well, I guess. We have done in the past like house points, but these were more sort of at our discretion. So in the lead up to any holiday, perhaps if they're saving money, like pocket money for spending when you go away, it completely depends on how you want to structure it with your children. But I'm sure I can see that how this would link into, special occasions or something where, like they're working towards a reward at the end. It doesn't always need to be a reward in it. Obviously, it will just be like a weekly thing with us in this house. But perhaps when we've got something special going on, we can make it that little bit more fun for them to build up to as well. Okay, so as you will have seen from our sort of expectations breakdown that we put together with our age appropriate tasks, there are a number of jobs on each age group, and what I've done is printed out and cut out copies of each of these tasks that we will back onto a nice coloured piece of paper or card and then laminate it to just give it that little bit of strength. We're going to adhere some of our sticky Velcro onto the back of these, and then obviously the opposite type of Velcro, so you've got one that's got the hooks and one that's fluffy. We'll stick that onto their charts, and a to-do label and a done label. It should be nice and simple for them to use and fun. One for the kids watching too. Do you guys think that these charts would actually be helpful and hopefully a little more fun than being nagged at by your mum and dad all the time to get things done? Let us know by clicking on the poll, which should hopefully be at the top here for you.
First of all, we need to get a backing card so that we can back all of our strips that we've cut out, including the children's names, the to-do columns, the done columns, and all of the tasks. You just need to adhere each piece to the card. You will see in just a moment that I am going to try and make sure that I use as much space on the card as possible so that I don't waste anything. Once that's all done, it's just a case of laminating everything after having got it all cut out separately. Now that the whole sheet is completely filled, I've tried to use as much available space as possible. It's time to get cutting. Just trim all around the edges so it all looks nice, neat and tidy. And then it's time to fix the names onto each card and the headers for each column that you will be showing the children. Take your laminating sheets and insert each piece of card for the charts inside an individual sheet. Smooth it all down. And then you're ready to start laminating once the laminator has heated up. As you can see, we've got a chart that we've laminated for each child so they have their own place to look for their jobs on the wall as and when it's all been set up by the adult. Next up, it's just a case of laminating all of the small pieces that you've trimmed up. As you can see, I have tried to use one laminating sheet for as many as I can possibly fit in, just so that I don't waste any of my resources. Now we have all of the charts ready and laminated. The next stage is to put the relevant Velcro strips onto each bit. You can do it either way, but I've chosen to put the fluffy sided Velcro onto the charts, and then once that's on all of the charts, put the hooked sided Velcro on each of the chore cards. It's just a case of peeling the back and then sticking it on.
Okay, so last question from me today, guys. I was thinking to make some additional little pockets to put up alongside our charts in order to store the little chores cards that we've made. The question is, do you think that these pockets should match the chores list colours by the colour shown in the background on each age group? or just go for random colours instead. Let me know by clicking up on the little poll over here. Okay guys, now all of our charts are done. As you can see, they each have their Velcro strips and their to-do lists and their done pile as well. There's one for each child, all clearly labelled up, bright and colourful, so it's quite nice to look at as well. In terms of how they work, as I mentioned earlier, once we've got all of our chores task cards printed, laminated, Velcro adhered to the back, jobs will, in terms of the chores, they are obviously set up by myself or my husband, so the parents. I think we're probably going to do them on a weekly basis, but we can change it up as we need. I'm sure if we find there are jobs that we haven't actually accounted for, we can make more. Once you have your jobs loaded up on the to-do list, it's then up to the children, as soon as they've completed their task, to find the relevant task in the list. Obviously they could work from top to bottom or just do them in whichever order they want in our house. I mean, it can work differently in yours, or we could do it systematically from top to bottom. Either way, as long as all of those jobs are done, I'm going to be a much happier mum. So once they've done their task, they take it off of the chart and move it over to the other side of the chart where it's done. Then they can see a long list of everything they've completed, and then obviously have a clear vision of what they have left to do in the week. And the fuller this side can be, the bigger my smile is going to be. This will make my life a lot easier, should hopefully make the children feel so much more independent, in control of what they need to do, and hopefully happier. And I would imagine that, given that my children do like quite a lot of structure anyway, this should fit in really well with our general routine. If you like the idea of this, perhaps you'd like to make something like this yourself. If you do, please do let us know how you get on. We'd really love to hear from you. Make sure you leave us some little comments with your feedback. Perhaps if you try this out yourself, let us know how it works for you. We're really interested in hearing from you, so please do leave us some comments with regards to how this may or may not work for you. If you've got any other suggestions, perhaps improvements on this, or anything you'd like to share, it'd be fabulous. We'd really love to hear from you and understand a little bit more about what you would like to see as well. If you've enjoyed it, great, please do let us know. Give us a like, share, subscribe, and we shall see you next time on KittyKate and Livvy-Bel.
If you enjoyed this video today, please remember to like, share and subscribe.
Don't forget to click on the bell to get future notifications of any videos that we have coming soon.